Hey, what's going on, guys? Amir Fazeli here from Adonis Athletics. In today's episode, we are going to talk about another squat deficiency, a very common one, a very common weakness in the squat, and that is getting stuck in the hole. You know what I'm talking about? You've got the weight on your back, you go down, you try to get up, but it ain't happening. You get stapled in the hole. So let's talk about what the problem is, aside from the fact that it's just too much weight, right? Sometimes the weight is not the issue, the weight is correct, you picked it right, but you just don't really have leg drive. You do move out of the hole, but you tend to just get stuck. You can't really get past it. You hit this wall. So oftentimes what you lack in this position is just a lack of ability to generate power, right? Let's not talk about what muscles is the issue per se, because what's more important is addressing movements and strength through or at different parts of the movement, different joint angles, right? And the fact of the matter is that at that joint angle, you are not producing enough power, you're not generating enough strength to be able to get past it and be able to push through it. So one of the very most bang for your buck exercises that I've come across, one of the best movements that I've come across to be able to fix this issue is the pause squat. Pause squats are super effective for being able to generate leg drive, being able to generate strength from that super disadvantageous position, right? The pause squat actually has a lot of uses, but this is definitely one of them. One of the other uses that the pause squat actually has is if somebody loses positioning in the hole, okay? But that's for another episode, we won't get into it now. You gotta understand first though, what the purpose of a pause is. Pause anything, pause squats, pause deadlifts, pause bench press. Pauses are different segments and sections of the lift. They all serve a purpose, and that purpose is mainly to be able to teach you and teach the body to be able to generate a lot of power from firstly a mechanically disadvantageous position, and to also get you to think about your positioning within that position whilst you're pausing, so that you can maintain, whether it be bracing, whether it be a good postural position, whatever it may be, right? That pause, you're supposed to ingrain that positioning, that proprioception, that understanding of your body in space at that point. So that's very important. That's also part of the reason why I get a little bit pissed off when people rush the pause, when they say they are pause squatting, but in fact they're not pausing or not pausing long enough, nowhere near long enough. When you do a pause squat, make sure you're in the hole for a good, 1-2 count. So we like it down, 1, 2, up. That's very important. Now, I think when you don't have somebody to give you subjective feedback, it can be very easy for everybody, including myself, to rush that pause sometimes, and you don't get the most out of it. I mean, you're there doing all those sets and all those reps anyway, so you might as well make the most out of it, right? That's very important. The other thing is that when you do a pause, especially a pause squat and even a pause bench, is you're effectively zeroing out, negating all momentum, any type of help that you're going to be getting through things like stretch shortening cycle or anything like that. Now, some may argue that the stretch shortening cycle doesn't actually completely get eradicated within a pause of a couple of seconds, especially for lifters out there who are a little bit more advanced, right? And I would tend to agree. But it's still certainly better than just bouncing out of the hole and getting a proper stretch shortening cycle. What's undeniable though is that it is definitely harder to do a pause squat, especially when you hold it for like a 2 or 3 count and you're generating force from that position again. So that's essentially where the pause squat is coming from, what it's trying to do. You are trying to get the body to be able to produce force, and lots of it, at a position that you're super inefficient in or super mechanically disadvantaged in. And you got to understand, you got to remember that reason when you're doing it so that you can execute it properly. Because when you remember it, then you remember to pause long enough, you remember to hold your position tight, your torso, and your understanding of where your body is, and you remember to apply maximum force when you're coming back out of the hole. Anyway guys, I hope that helps out. That's just one of the things that we're going to be going through in our upcoming squat PBs with Adonis workshop that we're doing at the end of February. For more information, contact us and we can tell you how you can get involved. See you next time.